Hello, hi, welcome to another experimental video. And that's Essaouira, Morocco. Look at this ocean, the Atlantic Ocean. There is an island there. And that's the Medina. Maybe you can see. I think they describe like Essaouira, Medina. And I was trying to arrive at the street that I used to live. I lived there for 6 years in that house, but in Morocco, like 8 years, in Essaouira, 7, and 1 year in Tetuan. So, why am I recording this video that is so primitive and weird? Let's say, well, because I never really used Google Earth, and I'm so amazed. I think it's so interesting to just adapt and add these images on videos, make like, actually, you can make beautiful videos. Will YouTube allow? Is there licensing for you? I don't know if that's on Google. Hopefully, you know. That's crazy, isn't it, guys? I was like, does this guy know that he's on Google? I don't know. And I was like, is that the street I used to live? I used to live in another street, but that's the main street that, lead to the street I used to live. That's called Milakdim, and it's like an old neighborhood. I was wondering if that was my friend's shop, Shushu. And I was like, oh, yes, that's Babaji. It's her store. If you go to Essaouira, there are beautiful handcrafts and items from jewelry to cool artifacts from all over the world. And she has a great, great taste. So I was like, wow, that's so cool. How interesting it is, you know. And I think this guy, I know this guy, he's a musician. I hope he's blessed if that's him. Now a musician, so I am, but I was deep into the Ginawa music practice, Lila's history research. I was breathing Ginawa, so I met many, many musicians. Um, yeah, this is a great store, CD store. I think people still use CDs in Morocco because there are local artists that, at least not a long time ago, you could only find on those CDs. Isn't it amazing? And now with AI, you can just jump into this reality. I was so amazed. I was like, wow, maybe there is a satellite just filming inside my nostril right now. What the fuck? I was describing, this is like a old, ancient town, guys. There is a wall all over. There are 3 or 4 doors, babs, like we say. There are synagogues too, I think Milakdim is like an old Jewish, Moroccan Jewish neighborhood. I need to go back and study more, but yeah, there is this side of Morocco, right? It's very mystical. A lot of traditions are part of this history. and it kept me there for all this time. And the Ginawa and the people, actually, I embraced, and I was embraced by amazing people. Obviously, there are mysteries, there are things that you live and you learn, And yeah, the purpose of this video is to try this application on Google, on my Google profile that I saw, like Google Drive, Google like Sheets, and Google, all this Google. It came this video, it's vid, and say, okay, try now. So you can record yourself from your computer or from a big camera, or better camera, let's say, or using your own mic, from I'm using the mic, my own, like, MacBook mic. You can import. It's basically a CapCut on Google. I was even saying, describing in this video, I was like, what the fuck, how they gonna use all this information? I have a lot of things on Google, guys, and obviously I don't trust the interest from the powerful. Let's just leave it there. But it's amazing. I will keep using. I have a lot of difficulty with CapCut. Why? Because I have a camera that shoots on 4K, and it's just the way my MacBook is now, and the combination with the application CapCut and everything. It just take me hours and hours to download. And this one was so quick, and I do want to start making more videos for YouTube, and I can create amazing things. So, yeah, the purpose is not really telling the history and describing everything I was watching, but that's a terrace from a Riyadh, and I can tell you that Riyadh is like old architecture, traditional from Morocco. These houses, they have the light coming from above, and the stairs are like, they are in the middle, you know there are no really windows around the house, so they put a garden inside, and all the eyes from this house are for inside. Look at the Medina, look at the walls. Well, I can tell you the Essaouira has 3 or 4 doors, the Babs, and it's a small Medina. I have here, more information about the Essaouira. I can read, but actually, I'll leave it there. I'll just tell you guys that, there is an island. They say it's like a mystical island. There is the Ginawa music. Why this island is mystic, I can tell you in another video. But like from nature, there is a bird that only it's autochthon. Well, I don't know if you can say autochthon. It's only from that zone, that area. There are colors also, pigments like the blue. It's only from that region. I was also telling you guys there is a color called blue Essaouira, and that's the Essaouira blue. It's different from Chef Shawan blue. And I was wondering, I was trying to arrive at the street that I used to live, that is close by, and I ended up inside this riad. Look at the patio. I don't know if you guys can see, but the light is coming from up, and that they transformed into a hotel, that one. And that's the end of my video. So thank you so much for watching, and yeah, let's continue learning. Bless